Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and today I am crafting with Vicky P's latest release with Spellbinders. This one, the collection is called Showered with the Love, but the die set that I'll be working with is Rain or Shine. And it's really fabulous because it has it's great for scene building because it does have a lot of sort of different weather environment kind of dyes and shapes. And that includes the sun, the some clouds, rainbow, and even lightning. So really, really fun. I'm starting off, I'm actually going to make a square card, which I don't often make because if you are in the US, you do, or at least you should pay the non-machinable extra little fee. Sometimes I've forgotten and it's managed to get to the destination, and sometimes I've forgotten just use regular postage and it's actually been returned to me. So I think if you want it to for sure get to where you want it to go, then definitely pay that extra little bit to make sure that it arrives. And what I'm doing is just preparing some squares. So it's hard to tell, but it is a pattern paper that has some really small polka dots that I've cut 4 squares that are 2-inch squares, and then from a darker shade of blue solid color cardstock, I've cut that to 2 1/8 inch square. My pattern paper is paper, and because I kind of peeled this one up, it lost a lot of its stickiness, so I used my Collall all-purpose glue, which is great for your thinner papers because it's not a water-based glue like your PVA glues or your craft glues would be. And so you don't risk wrinkling your paper or, just in any way just kind of getting an effect that you don't want. It's really good for that purpose because it is solvent based, and it has a really long open time, and that's the other reason why I keep it on hand, because for things like what I'm doing here, where I'm trying to position all 4 of these squares on my card base, but I know I'm going to have to nudge things around here and there a little bit just to make sure that the spacing in between the squares and all around the border are as equal as I can get them. Now, you could pull out a ruler and give yourself some tick marks and be super, super precise. I don't mind doing it by eye, but I do appreciate having the long open time of the Collall all-purpose glue so that I can move things around a little bit, because by the time I place my last square, if I were using a high quality PVA glue, that first square would be pretty well set and immovable. And if I tried to lift it, I would be risking tearing up the cardstock underneath. So one thing though, as you might have noticed, when you go to burnish something that you put down with Collall all-purpose glue, it can move on you. So you do want to hold firm what you are intending on burnishing so that it doesn't move. So just keep that in mind. The dyes here are wonderful. So the sun, there's 2 dyes. One that gives you kind of the pointy sun rays, I suppose, and then the center circle of the sun, so you can layer those as I've done there with 2 different colors. And then the rainbow, it is one dye that cuts 3 different arches, and to get the effect of a rainbow, you want to cut it 3 times from 3 different colors. And I guess you could always piece together the leftover bits that you don't use. I just feel like for a rainbow, I don't think I would ever put it in a different color order than what you would typically see as a rainbow. So I do feel like I probably wouldn't use those other pieces, but you certainly can. And what I'm going for here is in each of these quadrants to create a different like a little scene with some different weather. So top left, you've got a nice bright sunny day. Maybe it had rained and cleared and now a rainbow is out. Bottom right is going to be a cloudy, rainy day. And bottom left is going to be like a very stormy day with lightning. And so you've got your darker clouds. And this lightning is really cool. I've cut it out of some holographic paper, which I think is really fun. And technically the die does cut two pieces so that if you wanted to give a portion of the lightning like a different color, maybe a slightly darker color edge on that left edge of the lightning bolt, you could do that and get like a nice sort of two-tone effect, just like with the sun there you could get a two-tone effect. But you don't have to, as you know, I didn't in this case because I really like the look of the holographic paper or cardstock that I'm using. And then these little raindrops I actually took from another die set. It's actually a background die that you can use, and I just placed a little bit of, this is again some iridescent sort of holographic mirror card, but I've just cut little tiny portions of it and placed it over the little raindrop areas just to get those raindrops. So I love that, and I found technically the complete sentiment was I love us, and that's actually from a Clear Stamp of the Month club, a previous one. I forget now which month. But I think it was the one with all the Valentine's heart-themed sets. And I just inked up I love you instead of the full I love us, which was sort of my cheat way of getting the sentiment that I wanted. Because it was nice and small, it was like the perfect size, and it fit within that first quadrant there. And then I used my Dymo label to actually complete the sentiment, which I made to be rain or shine. So the complete sentiment would be I love you, rain or shine. And I love the Dymo label for that reason, because if I don't have or I can't find, I was looking for a sentiment similar to the one that I sort of pieced together. I think I might have something, but I searched and searched and I couldn't find it. So having something like a Dymo label, or if you have an alphabet stamp or alphabet dies, you can create your own sentiments like this, and it's kind of handy. And so the Dymo label, I just find the look of it is kind of cool also, because it is a little bit of a throwback. And I love, the how it just, the black of it kind of contrasts with the black background. So this is my final card. Love these little different weather scenes that you're able to create. And so I hope that you enjoyed this card. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, and sharing. And if you do subscribe to my channel, thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you aren't already subscribed, I hope that you consider doing so. And if you ring the notification bell as well, then you'll get a notification whenever I post new videos to my channel. Thanks again. Until next time, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye.